Another thing we need to talk about is our neighbors' fences and trees. So why should we worry about that? Well, it's springtime. It's springtime, we got high winds and we got tree limbs that hit the fences and knock them down, and then we got our neighbors saying, hey, you know, we don't want you tearing up our fence. And so what should you do? You should be a good neighbor. You should look at your trees. You should trim your trees. You should look at your fence and say, could we split the cost of this fence if we need to replace it because it's an old fence? You know, we have builder grade fences when we move into our homes, and later on we look at them and we say, this is depressing. Well, we don't want to suffer situational depression. We want to go ahead and have a nice fence, but we don't want our neighbor's tree to go ahead and ruin our fence. So what do? We go to our neighbor and say, what do you think? The psychology of involvement with your neighbor. What do you think? How would you solve this problem? And a lot of times they say, I would have you go into your bank account and spend it for the whole thing. That's not the best solution. Redirect. Say, hey, that might be their best idea, but how about an alternative idea? How about we work together? I'm fortunate to have good neighbors. My neighbors helped me when my tree came down. They even cut it up for me. I mean, what great neighbor we have right there. And my fences are in good shape right now. But I did have to have that conversation about money and fences with all my neighbors. And sometimes it's difficult. You want to get that taken care of. You might have seen the flicker of lights right there too. Problems everywhere.